Hi everyone. It's hard to believe that we are actually at clue number 1 for their Sunshine Sew Along mystery quilt. You at this point have received your clue. It has come to you in your email. And excuse me, I also want to let you know that the clues will be posted on Facebook. So when you become a member of the Sunshine Quilt group, and if you haven't done that already, there's a lot of really great information on there. It's been fun to watch people post their fabric selections, what they're thinking about using, and then getting great feedback in return about what people are liking or any recommendations they may have. And as you're sewing, you might be able to post some questions there and receive good feedback as well. I watch it really closely, so if you do post a question that you think benefits the whole group, and that way I can reply and everyone will be able to see the feedback together, all as one. We have a couple hundred people doing this, so it's a really big, wonderful registration, and I think we have a little over half registered or joined on the Facebook group. The information about how to join was in that very first email that I would have sent you, and basically all you need to do is just go out to Facebook, find the Sunshine Quilt group, and request that you join, and I will approve that immediately, and then you're in. The other thing that I have seen on that group that I thought was really smart, there's been a little feedback floating around about your fat quarters and just making sure that they're big enough to get all of your pieces out of. And I assure you that they are, even if they are not a full 22 inches of usable fabric wide. You can cut them other ways. I did put some cutting instructions into your initial, it looks just like that, and it would have been in your initial email. But one thing I learned from all of you on that Facebook group is people are cutting their shapes, they're 2.5 by 2.5, they're 1 3/4 squares out of paper, and then laying them onto their fat quarters to be sure that the layout will work and you can get every piece out of your fat quarter. And it's coming together. I took the advice because I had a couple fat quarters that weren't quite big enough, and I'm cutting out some quilts for friends that are also doing the sew along. So I was grateful to have that feedback and I used it. So thank you to all of you. And I think that Facebook group is a really wonderful place to get valuable information. The other thing that I want to give you just a couple of reminders about as you start this first week. Again, the clues and the videos that I'm going to post about how to sort your fabrics for this week, they will also be on Facebook in that group page along the top. There's a place that I can put a document in, which I'll put the PDFs in, and then there's a place I can post videos. So I will make sure everything's there in case you lose your email or you want to reference it a different way. But at the same time, everything will be in your email as well. Feel free to contact me if you have questions or concerns or something doesn't look correct to you. We have tested this pattern multiple times, but that doesn't mean that you might not think of something that we missed. So I really do appreciate the feedback. I am very open to phone calls if you feel like you're a little stuck, and don't be afraid to reach out. I want you to have a great experience with this quilt and also this sew along, and I want you to be happy at the end. So anything you need that we can help you with or I can help you with that guarantees you will have a positive outcome at the end is my goal. And the last thing I wanted to let you know is if you purchased a kit at the shop, be very careful, especially if you did the To the C, because that is the one that I'm sewing along with you to make. And some of my I've already made the quilt, as you know, and my initial photographs that are in the clues, the blues and the creams and browns aren't where I'm recommending they be, or they may not be where you place them. So a lot of places in the pattern, I ask you to write down what your individual A and C and B and D fabrics are, and to remember how you grouped your fabrics so that when I'm asking you to put an A and a C together or a B and a D, that you are doing that according to your colors and not mine. So that probably is only going to apply to those of you who did my particular colorway, but at the same time, just constant making notations about that your blue, your A and your C are whatever colors you have chosen. That will go a long way for you as we are starting. And actually it's gonna pretty much apply to you through just this first clue. And then after that, it will all fall into place and be a no-brainer. So I hope that you have a great week with this clue. I hope that you are excited for this sew along, and I've worked really hard and I've really tried to give you fun information and a really thorough, well thought out pattern with supplemental videos that you can watch if you're more of a visual learner than a written word learner. So best wishes. Please let me know if you need anything at all. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for joining this. I often have said to people along the way that if someone asks me to join a mystery sew along and just trust them that the pattern is going to be beautiful and go out and buy all this fabric and just trust me, I think I would have had a hard time with that. So just your faith in me is so special and wonderful. And I still offer all of you a picture of the pattern if you want it, but I also know from past sew-alongs that not everybody wants that. So just thank you. Thank you so much. And please let me know if you need anything at all. All right, good luck sewing. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.